Welcome into another edition with Webchat with the Mayor, Pat Sobeski. City Mayor of Woodstock joins us today, and we've got a council meeting coming up here in a couple of days on October 18th. And one of the big items on the agenda, a real concern going on with the emerald ash borer chewing through trees in a specific part of the city, right, Pat?
That's correct. The city knew. Everybody in the province knew about the emerald ash borer working its way from Detroit to Windsor and all the way up through Ottawa, and means such as cutting wood and the movement of wood and all those things have failed. And so when they make home in a forest, it takes about 2 or 3 years, and then suddenly you see almost an immediate devastation. Some people say maybe a third in the first year and the remainder in year 2. And so at the West End we have two trails, and took a walk out there, and the city has been cutting down trees, and it's a huge exercise. They probably have about maybe half of the trees cut down, and you go through and you're walking on the trail, and it's an absolute mess. We really can't let one option, you just let the trees sit there and rot, but they don't rot that quickly. So we've decided it's a major exercise, so we really almost have to bring in a logging company, for lack of a better word, because we can't expect cities. It's a huge project. And so they will come in, log it, basically almost a clear cut, for lack of a better word. It's not that bad, but it is significant. And the same thing on the other side of the road on what's called the Lions Trail, and most of that's emerald ash. So we'll clear it out. We'll see what we're left, and then what will happen then is council will have to talk about probably a 5-10 year reforestation plan to bring it all back.
Really unfortunate, but definitely, something that's out of our control. And, another issue with this is the cost. That's kind of out of our control as well. And it, from the report to council, looks like it's going to climb above what we've budgeted for.
Well, yeah, we were putting money into the reserve, but back 3 or 4 years ago, there were numbers being floated around of $500,000, $1 million to replace. So it is a significant cost. But again, it's we value the trails, and we want to certainly make, when people walk the trails, that it's as natural as possible. One of the difficulties that we have is that, we could cut back the trees right along the trail, but some of these ash trees are 40, 50 feet tall. And of course, you have a liability that one of these trees could come down. And certainly as you drive out on the west end of town, and after you go under the rail underpass, if people take a look to the right, they'll see a long line of trees. Those are all emerald ash, and so they'll all have to come down, because theoretically they could fall on the road, and liability is always a big concern with every municipality.
And I'll be touring the area as well, and we'll have some pictures if people haven't seen the devastation on those trails yet. Another issue coming to council, another advancement, I guess you could say, in the kind of the reshuffling of paratransit, and we've got a company lined up to take any overflow.
Yes, we've been reviewing the paratransit program. It's been probably a review that's been ongoing for about a couple of years now. A consultant came in and indicated that one of the major differences between the Woodstock system and every other municipality was that they were using a dispatcher. So we've gone to that dispatch concept. The city's ordered 2 new paratransit buses, but to supplement that overflow, a bid or a tender was put out, and Voyageur, the proposal is to accept the Voyageur bid at council on Thursday. They will handle that particular overflow. Voyageur right now provides the same service up in St. Thomas and London, and they've indicated that they would provide enough buses here locally to meet that particular overflow. So that will come before council as the program evolves. But council, again, is committed to moving people that qualify for accessibility services. We'll move them safely from point A to point B. And we want to make sure, again, this is an example of a municipality attempting to ensure that we have cost stability in all the services that we offer.
Okay. Can't let you off the hook without asking about this. It is, of course, the big story, Dalton McGuinty resigning last night. And you have, I'm going to ask you for your prediction here on what you think is going to change or what's going to happen over the course of the next year here with the Ontario landscape.
Okay, I'm going to make a wild prediction. And I believe a year from now, you and I will be sitting here. There will be a provincial election in 12 months' time.
Okay.
I'm predicting that it will be a Liberal majority, and I'm predicting that the new Premier of Ontario will be Dalton McGuinty.
But he just resigned.
Well, I'll go back to 1979 when Mr. Trudeau took a walk in the snow. So study the history on that one, and I think we might see it happen here.
Okay, and this is coming from a conservative guy.
That's true, but that's just my prediction.
A very bold prediction, and one, if you're right on this, Pat, you will look like a genius 12 months from now.
I could probably get 1,000 to 1 odds at Vegas on this one.
That's pretty good, and well, thanks for your time today, and we'll look forward to more city issues coming up Thursday night at Woodstock City Council. Thanks, Pat.
You're welcome.